Hi, I'm Deacon Curtis Boone from St. Padre Pio Parish in Kleinburg, and I coordinate the Side-by-Side Grief Support Ministry. Today I'd like to talk to you about grief, and especially in the face of this pandemic. Your grief has been interrupted. Our normal pattern of rituals and practices has been distorted, changed, and in some cases entirely removed. Your grief has been interrupted, and it has changed the way you feel. Whenever we lose anyone that we love, we enter into a grief response. Grief is the feeling of pain and suffering and turmoil that we have within. When we let that feeling out, when we express it and share it with others, that is the process of mourning. And our journey from grief to mourning is what we are looking to do in order to bring healing and peace into our lives. Initially, grief is like a hurricane within a landslide. We are completely disabled by grief, especially if the death of our loved one has been unexpected. But even if it's been at the end of a long illness, grief is disabling. It is disorienting. It's difficult to focus, difficult to think. And then with what's happened to all of our rituals and funerals and practices in the face of this pandemic, we have been interrupted even further. So I want to give you a few things that you can consider to help you on your healing journey. Because not only have we been unable to hold a full funeral and a full, complete burial with all of our friends and family supporting us and hugging us and being with us physically, we felt alone. We felt isolated. We've had difficulty visiting the cemeteries and the mausoleums. We may have been denied access completely. This can apply to a recent death or a visitation that we've been making for many years. It troubles our heart. It troubles our soul. So I want to give you some things that you can do to help you on your healing journey. If you cannot approach the cemetery, you can create your own sacred space in your home. You can create your own sacred rituals. You can bring a candle, bring a picture of your loved one, and set up a sacred space. You can observe this every day or every other day at the same time, so it begins to take on the aspect of a ritual. Open with a prayer, maybe some scripture reading, light the candle. Maybe have an object there that was precious to your loved one. All of these things open up your heart and open up your memories and your feelings for them, because your grief is a measure of your love. The pandemic has forced everyone into grief, for we are all suffering loss of our normal lives. Many people have lost loved ones. Many people have lost their jobs. We've lost normalcy. Realize that grief compounds on top of grief. So everyone is suffering complicated grief. In the face of this pandemic, be aware that we are surrounded by people in grief. You will notice people being short-tempered, angry, not themselves. We feel it within us. You will see it in others. Be understanding. Go the extra mile to listen, because we understand. We who have been on this grief journey for a while, we understand the grief journey, but realize that there are so many who do not. They don't even know that they need help. Be the helper that the world needs, and continue to pray for all of us and each of us. God bless you.